Hi there, my name is Hong Forrest. I am a distributor with a company called It Works Global. I'm actually a presidential diamond, which is one rank from the very top of this company. I live in Reno, Nevada, but I want to share with you my story today. I want to share this story with y'all today because I think a lot of people think that I kind of just fell into this opportunity and landed right where I'm at, and it's not the case at all. What you see of my life today, the highlight reel that social media gets to share, that I get to share to social media and that y'all see, it's not always how it's been. I found this business over 5 years ago. I found this business. I remember seeing my really good friend of mine post before and after pictures on Facebook. And I remember seeing them and was such a skeptic. I was such a hater because she and I cheered in the NFL together. She and I cheered together. And I thought to myself, girl, if you want to get fit, if you want to look better, if you want to feel better, there's no being lazy about it. You need to work out, you need to eat better, and you need to analyze what is happening in your life that's not allowing you to do these things. So I was a skeptic. I was a hater. I never was supportive of any of those posts of hers. And I scrolled right on by without ever liking or commenting on any of them. Until one day, it was Labor Day weekend, 2012. I was at my job. I was a corporate travel sales director at this time, and I saw this post of hers that said that she shared, and it said that she and her husband had each earned a really significant bonus of $10,000 each with this business opportunity of theirs, this little side venture, this little gig. And that made me stop my scroll. And I immediately sent her a Facebook message and I said, is this for real? Is this legit? Did y'all really do this? Can you send me some information if it is? And she emailed me. And what do y'all know, with it being Labor Day weekend where I worked, I live in Reno, Nevada. I worked at a resort at the time, and that resort hosted the huge rib cook-off weekend every single year. So tons of people come through for this. I was working extra because it was a special event. So I had clients coming in town that I was hosting. I was also helping out at the different booths, volunteering my time there. And I will share that when she sent me that email, because I was so busy at my work, at my job, I never actually opened that email. I never read that email. It was kind of a long email too. So don't ever send me long messages, y'all. So anyhow, so she sent this email to me that I never read. I hardly even opened it. And I just remember I kept it on the back of my head, even though I didn't read it. And it took me several months. Like, I didn't reach out to her again. I had gotten the email and she tried to follow up a few times, but I ignored her messages, of course. Like, I know that you've done to me. It's okay. But a couple months goes by, and I was still in the same place that I was. I made decent money as a salaried manager. My husband made decent money as a salaried manager at his position too. And I also had a very successful side business, a business of mine as a photographer, as a newborn photographer, a wedding photographer, and it was very successful. It was booming and growing and doing exactly what I wanted and needed it to do for my family, but I was still in the exact same spot. And a couple months has gone by. And so it's now November 19th, 2012. It's my girlfriend's birthday. And I go to Facebook to wish her a happy birthday, right? That's what we do. So I went to Facebook wall. It was called a wall back then. I went to her Facebook wall and I wrote, happy birthday. For your birthday this year, I would like to join your team. Yep, that's what I wrote on her wall. And she called me. She took my info down. She got me signed up right away to become a distributor. And I was excited, very excited, because I wanted to make a little bit extra, $200 extra each month, just to have breathing room, just to be able to save that, set some things aside, right? So I got to work right away is what you probably thought, but that's not the case. I was so busy already, working full time. My boys were just 2 and 4. My husband worked swing shift. And my photography business. When I tucked my boys in for the night, I was up working for 3, 4, 5, 6 more hours some nights, editing photos, blogging, culling, getting things ready for upcoming sessions and weddings and contracts and client communication. Y'all, it was crazy as it was. So I didn't make time because I thought I didn't have time for a couple of months. So mid-January 2013, y'all, I saw a post from my friend who sponsored me, and she wanted to know who wanted to earn a $10,000 bonus, the same one she earned, the same one that stopped me in my scroll when I saw it in Labor Day weekend 2012. She wanted to know who wanted to earn this because the opportunity was in front of me. Anybody who reached the rank of diamond by March 31st of that year, 2013, would earn a $10,000 bonus in addition to the monthly commissions that you would make as a diamond leader at that rank in our company. So I found myself typing on this post of hers in her team page. I found myself typing, I'm going to do it. I'm going to earn this $10,000 bonus by reaching diamond by March 31st. And I hit enter. And then I remember immediately thinking to myself, crap, what did I just do? I have to get to work. I've never wrapped anybody but myself. I've never been to a party where these products, because where I live in Reno, Nevada, y'all. My sponsor lives in Kansas City, Missouri. And I had never seen any of this around me before. I said yes, thinking that I would only use the products personally at first. And that's exactly what I did, because I also didn't know how to turn off my monthly orders, and they just kept getting charged and kept coming to me each month. And I just remember thinking every time the charge went through, crap, I kind of needed that money for something else, but oh well, it already went through. So I got to work. I went to YouTube and Google and searched and researched and started to get to work. And I remember it's now the first week in February, and I finally did my very first event that week, where I invited a couple of friends over into my living room because my babies were asleep upstairs. My friends came over, and I was able to nervously share with them about these products and this business opportunity. And I was really, really nervous. You may think that, what, she speaks so well. Yes, I speak so well, but I used 3 of our products at that time. I didn't really know anything else about the company. So there was a lot of, I don't know the answer to that, but let me find it and let me get back to you. I had a lot of that going on. So y'all, I was super nervous, but you know what? I had a great time. This business has allowed me to be face-to-face with people, make time for that connection, that real human actual connection. I'm not just building my business on social media, although it can be done, and I have been doing it. But y'all, that first event, I was super excited. I got to make cash because people wanted to try the wrap, and so they each got to wrap for $25 each. I was excited because people wanted to become customers of mine. And then I was really excited because I got my very first team member who joined my team as a brand ambassador the following night. And so I repeated this process. I thought to myself, I don't have a lot of time. So doing these events in my living room is going to allow me to be efficient and maximize my time. So I did these, they were called wrap parties back then. So I did these wrap parties 2 and 3 times a week, y'all. And I was so excited to be able to make cash, meet people, help them help themselves, and become a better version of themselves. I was very excited about this. So I began the month of February as just a distributor in our company. And that's everybody. When anyone says yes to this business, they become a distributor with our company. And then that following month, at the end of that very month, February 2013, I had promoted 2 times. So I had ranked up twice in this business and became what's known as a Ruby distributor in the company. And Rubies on average make about $500 a month. Y'all, I made so much more than that average. I made over $700 worth of just wrap cash. Like, so I'd have my parties. People wanted a wrap. They'd give me $25. I'd put a wrap on their tummy or their arms or their chin and neck area. I'd wrap them. And that month alone, I made over $700 in cash. And my commissions were way beyond the average distributor earnings as a Ruby distributor. And I was excited because I was getting closer to my goal of going diamond and earning a $10,000 bonus. So the following month in March, I kept the same process and system going where I wrapped people in my living room. I invited them over to my home, and I would share what I had and what I knew at the time, and people would become customers and join the team that way. And that month, y'all, March 2013, I remember it was March 28th, 2013. I remember it like it was yesterday because it's still very surreal. It always chokes me up because it was a huge accomplishment to be able to reach this goal, this huge goal that I set for myself that I didn't even know anything about when I set this goal. So we hit diamond officially on March 28th, 2013. So back in the day, we had to fill out this form and fax it in for reaching this goal so that everything could be verified and show up on our distributor account in the back office. And I was so excited. And I remember pinching myself that evening because I wanted to make sure that this moment was real. So My family and I celebrated. We were super excited. Y'all, I didn't actually tell my husband I joined and became a distributor until the month prior. And I didn't tell him this until partway through February when I started to make all that wrap cash. And I wanted so badly to not tell him because I wanted to just save and surprise my family with a trip somewhere. We're going somewhere. Look, we have cash. We're going somewhere and it's paid for because we have cash. But my husband likes to say that I spoil Christmas because I can't keep anything. When something is that wonderful, when something is that life-changing, it's really hard to keep that good news to yourself. And I spoil Christmas. And so I had told him and I told my boys who were just really little, so they didn't truly understand. And they were just very proud. And I think that helped me push myself even more. It helped me to find the motivation and the inspiration to work really hard because I was already busy. I was working full time. My nights and weekends were full and time consumed with all the things that I was already doing with my photography business. But I sacrificed even more time because I wanted to do something to improve my family situation. So March was a really exciting month for us. And so it's now April 2013. My husband joined our team. He became a distributor. We continued to do parties and to help people work towards their goals, whether that was better suited as a loyal customer on our team or as a part of our team by becoming a team member. And we continued this. In the following month in April, we promoted to what's known as double diamonds in our company, which means bigger checks, which means more lives change, because bigger checks means that you're helping more people change their lives. And it was extremely exciting. With the checks growing, with the residual income we are making, with the wrap cash that we are making, y'all, we started to be able to make a really big dent in our debts at that time. And it was a huge blessing. Y'all, the following month in May, I wanted to go to that, I wanted to grow to that next rank, which was triple diamond. And I apologize, this part always gets to me because just reliving and going through those moments where I fought very hard for what I wanted and worked really hard towards these goals. So y'all, in May, I wanted to grow to become a triple diamond that month. And I worked really hard. Our team worked really hard. And I hardly got any sleep, and every free moment I was building and growing and working my business. And I didn't remember being tired because I was excited, because I was helping people change their lives. I was helping people make a difference in their lives. And I was making a difference in my family's life. So I didn't remember being tired. It's like having babies. If any of y'all are moms, you know what I'm talking about, the moment of pushing and birthing. That yes, it's uncomfortable, but you don't recall that after the fact when they place your daughter or your son into your arms. You don't think about the pain that you just went through because now you have this amazing addition into your life. So it was kind of like that for me with this journey. But I remember in May, I wanted so badly to grow to that next rank, but I didn't. I missed my mark by quite a bit. I fell short of my goal, but I didn't change my goal just because I didn't reach it. I changed the deadline for the goal. The following month in June, I had the same goal of going triple diamond, and again, I fell short. I was slightly discouraged, but I didn't give up, and I didn't change my goal. I knew that God was still working on me so that I could become the person that I needed to be to fill the role of that triple diamond leader as my next promotion. So I kept my eyes on the prize. We kept working. We kept going. And in July, I knew it was going to happen. I might have fallen short. Our team was a little short the first 2 months previously working towards this goal, but everything was in place for us to finally reach this goal of triple diamond in July of 2013. Y'all, from the time I started my business as a distributor in November 2012 to July 2013, in that 8-month window, my family and I were able to pay off over $20,000 worth of debt. Yes, $20,000. Not a mistake, not a typo because I'm saying it, but y'all, we were able to pay off that amount of debt, which lifted a huge burden off of our shoulders. And because of that burden being lifted, I was able to make some pretty big, scary life changes on July 19th, 2013, I walked away from corporate America. It was the very last day that I worked in corporate America. I never knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home, work-from-home mom because it was never an option in my life. And you don't know that you want something until that option to have that thing presents itself. When I became a mom, I went back to work when my babies were 12 weeks, and I just did because it was never in the cards for us to be able to make those numbers work just right so that we could be able to pay all our bills and be able to be at home with the kids, myself, be home with the kids. And so July 19th, 2013, I worked my very last day in corporate America. We hit triple diamond at the end of July. And a week later in August, after I gave myself a little bit of time to get myself situated, I brought my boys home from daycare. I brought my 2 boys home from daycare, and no longer would I ever have to pick them up with a piece of paper that told me what my boys were doing while I was out building somebody else's dreams. I didn't have to ask permission to take care of them when they were sick. I didn't have to stop and take pause and wonder if I had enough vacation days accrued so that we could take a trip somewhere or so that we could just take some time to be home. I didn't have to do those things anymore because all I had to do was just wake up and enjoy the day, not have to set an alarm. If we wanted to go to the library, if we wanted to go to the park, if we wanted to just lay on the couch and cuddle and watch movies, we now could say yes to these things that we were not able to say yes to before. So I look back and I wish that I would have started an opportunity like this so much sooner, because I can't get back that time when they were little babies. So my boys were still little at this time now. They were 3 and 4 when I brought them home from daycare to spend their days with me, and I built this business around their schedules. But y'all, the blessing that I got, even though I didn't get the real early years, was that I got an entire year at home with both of my boys before my oldest started kindergarten that following year. And then I got an entire year with just my youngest when my oldest started kindergarten. It was just my youngest and I at home. And those are blessings, those are gifts that you can't attach a dollar amount to whatsoever. Going triple diamond, being able to pay off that significant amount of debt in our first 8 months is huge, but the gift of being able to be present was probably one of the biggest gifts that I was able to give to myself and to my family and to especially my 2 boys, who are now 8 and 9 and who don't know life any different because they don't really have that recollection of being in daycare. They were still pretty little. So y'all, I was able to build and grow my business the following 2 years. I was able to build and grow my business, and we reached the rank of Presidential Diamond, which is 1 rank from the very top of our company. And that's where we're currently at, and we are working to help people change their lives every single day. Because I want you to know that when I said yes to this business, I didn't care for the comma in my commission checks every month. I didn't care for this rank that was making on average $15,000 a month. I was not looking for $15,000 a month. I was looking for $200 extra in breathing room a month. That's what I wanted. But I quickly achieved that, and I just realized that if I just kept going and kept sharing what I had with people, that it would help other people. And in the process of helping other people, it would help my family and our situation, our circumstance, and it would allow us to grow financially, but also in freedom. Because y'all, money is amazing and it's a beautiful thing to have, and I don't think that it's dirty because I know that I am meant to be blessed so that I can bless other people. Money is wonderful, but it's the choices and it's the options that come along with having that money that allows my family and I to live our life. And that is what I am extremely thankful for and grateful for, that because of this opportunity that I said yes to over 5 years ago, I have those things, and that I can say yes to field trips during the day with my boys, that I can say yes to volunteering with them, that I can give finally. And that is something I wasn't able to do before, because if I were to have given before, I would not have had enough for my family. And that lack mentality that I was operating in over 5 years ago probably is what held me back from being able to bless other people by giving. So y'all, I said yes to this crazy ride over 5 years ago, but I want you to know that it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because I had to work my tail off in order to make things happen, because I was already too busy, because I already had so much going on in my life, and because I had to choose to make those investments and sacrifices, because today I am grateful for all that I have because I made those sacrifices and investments over 5 years ago. So it's simple, but it's not necessarily going to be easy, because we every single day have to choose hard over easy, so that 2 years later, 3 years later, 5 years later, your days can look exactly as you want them to. So that's a little bit about my journey. That's a little bit of my story. And if you want to know more about the story, about the journey, about creating your own journey so that you can help yourself, I want to share more about that with you, because I'm always looking for those people who have something special about them, but you're not allowing yourself to shine. So let me know if that's something that I can help you with, if that's something that you want to learn more about, if it's something that you can do. Because I will tell you that people come from all walks of life, but the ones who are the life changers, the world changers, the game changers, they're the ones who say yes despite that feeling of being scared of what they're saying yes to. So thank you for watching. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share this with you. And I hope I get to chat more and follow up with you to see if this is something that can help you out.